Close your eyes for a second and picture this. You're at a table with someone who means something to you. Maybe it's a woman you love, a friend you admire, or someone whose respect you fought to earn. The air's warm with connection, shared stories, a laugh or two until it shifts. It's not a thunderclap, not a glaring spotlight. It's softer, sneakier. A faint crease forms on their brow. Their eyes dart, just for a heartbeat, like they're peering through you. The vibe cools. You catch it, a whisper of hesitation, a shadow of judgment. And in that split second, your mind scrambles. What did I do? What did they spot that I'm blind to? Here's the unvarnished truth most men never face. You could be bleeding weakness in ways you don't even clock. It's not the obvious stuff. No one's tallying your biceps or your bank balance. It's subtler, slipperier. It's in the way you fidget when the pressure's on, the way your voice wavers when you're cornered, the unspoken static you radiate without trying. And it's not just a quirk. It's a slow leak draining your relationships, your credibility, even the quiet pride you carry inside. But what if I told you there are 7 dead giveaway signs women pick up on, 7 cracks they see clear as day? And what if I told you there's a way to seal them up, not with cheap tricks or bravado, but with something ancient, battle-tested, and real? Stoicism? Today we're tearing it all open. We're mapping out those 7 tells, where they hide, how they sting, and how Stoicism, the philosophy of emperors and survivors, hands you the tools to rebuild from the ground up. This isn't about putting on a mask or playing a part. It's about chiseling yourself into the strongest, truest version of you. Let's get to work. Women have this uncanny knack, like a sixth sense dialed to 11. They notice what most guys breeze past. The way your shoulders sag when you're rattled, the half-second stammer when you're unsure, the restless tap of your foot when you're dodging something hard. It's not about your paycheck or your PR at the gym. Weakness isn't surface level, it's marrow deep. It's how you wrestle your feelings, how you steer your choices, how you plant your feet when the ground shakes or don't. The kicker? Most men are walking around oblivious. They don't realize their neediness is a billboard, their avoidance a siren, their aimlessness a spotlight screaming, "I'm unsteady." Once that impression sets in her mind, it's like a tattoo, tough to erase. But here's the spark of hope. Stoicism isn't just some dusty scroll or a monk's meditation. It's a living blueprint for decoding human nature. How we think, how we move, how we're sized up. Lean into it, and it's like strapping on armor forged in fire. It doesn't rewrite your DNA. It sharpens your edges, tunes your instincts, and anchors you in purpose. So let's unpack these 7 signals, the ways women spot your fragility, and the Stoic fixes to turn you into a man they can't look away from. 1. You're starved for a nod of approval. Picture yourself at dinner with her. You're mid-story, and instead of owning it, you're glancing her way, fishing. Was that funny? Did I nail it? Maybe it's not so blatant. Maybe you're scrolling your phone later, pulse ticking up with every like, or bending over backwards to keep everyone smiling. Here's the cold reality. Women feel that itch for validation like static in the air. It's not strength they see. It's a man scrambling to prove he's enough. Stoicism throws you a lifeline here. Marcus Aurelius, a guy who stared down armies and betrayal, scribbled this in his journal. You've got dominion over your thoughts. Outside stuff doesn't own you. Lock that in and you're unshakable. Chew on that. Your worth isn't a gift she hands you or a prize they toss your way. It's yours to forge, deep in your core. Stop hunting for their yes to feel whole. Stack your own bricks, build a quiet, ironclad confidence. When you don't need her to prop you up, she'll sense that weight, and it's a pull she can't resist. 2. You duck the rough waters. I'm not saying you should turn every spat into a cage match. But if you're the guy who tiptoes around tough talks, swallows your real answer to dodge a ripple, or melts the second the room gets tense, women don't miss it. They don't clock it as harmony. They clock it as spineless. Can he hold his line? Can he shield me when it counts? Stoicism flips that script upside down. It's not about fleeing the fray. It's about striding into it, eyes wide open. The Stoics treated friction like a whetstone, something to sharpen your resolve. Imagine this. She's upset, voice sharp, testing you. Instead of shrinking into sorry, or ghosting the chat, you square up. Listen hard, speak steady. Say what's true with zero venom. That's not war. That's grit. Next time the stakes rise, don't slink away. Plant your boots. She'll see a pillar, not a reed. 3. You're a leaf in the wind. Ever blow your stack over a flat tire or a snarky coworker? If your emotions ping-pong, 1 minute you're golden, the next you're a wreck, it's a flare gun. Women don't just see a guy who's ticked, they see a man who's untethered, flapping in every gust. Epictetus, a Stoic who clawed his way from slavery to legend, dropped this truth bomb. It's not the thing that hits you, it's how you swing back. Picture it. She's late, traffic's a nightmare, your phone's buzzing with bad news. The fragile man unravels, snaps, sulks, spirals. The Stoic man, he inhales, he steadies. He picks his next step. That stillness in the swirl isn't just cool-headed, it's a beacon. Next time the world jabs, don't flail. Root yourself. That's the kind of strength she orbits. 4. You're sailing without a map. Quick, what's your heading? Not just tomorrow's to-do list, but the big arc of your life. If you're drifting, flipping through shows, chasing shiny distractions, no North Star, no heat in your chest, it's a neon sign. Women don't anchor to a man who's lost at sea. They crave someone with a horizon, a pulse. Stoicism's your compass here. It demands you ask, what's your fire? What legacy are you carving? Maybe it's crafting a business from scratch, mastering a craft, or just being the guy your kids lean on. When you've got that spark, that why, it's like a current surges through you. Your jaw sets, your words land harder. Find your mission, the thing that drags you out of bed with purpose. She'll feel that heat, and it's a magnet. 5. You're stuck in neutral. Can't pick between burgers or sushi? Waffling on a job leap? Locked up when the clock's ticking? That indecision isn't quirky. It's a fault line. It murmurs, I don't trust my own compass. And if you're shaky, why would she bet on you? Stoicism slashes through that haze. It's about reasoning your way to a choice, not dithering in fear's shadow. Weigh it, trust yourself, move. Even a misstep beats standing still. Imagine this. She asks, what's next? Instead of, whatever you want, you hit her with, this is the call, let's go. That's not cockiness, it's clarity. Act, lead, she'll ride that wave. 6. You're a pleaser on stilts. Wait, too nice is a trap? Damn right. Kindness is gold. But if you're yesing everything, burying your own voice, letting your boundaries blur just to keep her grinning, you're not a knight. You're a doormat. Women smell that flimsiness a mile off. Stoicism threads this needle. Be warm, but steel-edged. Give, but don't buckle. Picture it. She's pushing for something wild. Say a favor that guts your day. Instead of folding, you grin. Not happening, here's my line. Calm, solid. Respect's a two-way street. Stop playing the pushover. It's not virtue, it's vapor. 7. You're haunted by what might slip away. Are you clutching her like she's your last breath? Freaking over losing your gig, your edge, your grip on it all? That dread seeps out. Your tight grip, your jittery tone, your what-ifs piling up. Women don't cling to a man who's trembling. Stoicism's cure is stark and freeing. Nothing's permanent. Not her, not gold, not you. Zero in on what's yours. Your moves, your head, your spine. Marcus Aurelius mused, "You might check out tomorrow." Let that shape every damn thing you do. Shed the panic. Live now. That fearlessness, it's a quiet thunder, and it draws her in. Here's the marrow of it. Weakness isn't what you're missing. It's how you wield what's yours. Stoicism's no museum piece. It's a forge for guts, calm, and drive. Nail these 7 pivots. Quit the approval chase. Brave the friction. Anchor your storm. Chase your why. Choose bold. Mark your turf. And burn the fear. And it's not just her gaze that shifts. Yours does. You become a man who doesn't just stand. He commands. So where do you dig in? Grab one. Today. Shape it. If this lit a fuse, if you're hungry to rise, smash that subscribe. We're crafting this strength step by step. You're in.